Hi, my name is Peiris, and I'm following Global Project Management Advanced course. In profession, I'm an electronics and automation engineer. Currently, I'm studying and working as well. So, I'm working in a mask manufacturing facility. Firstly, to answer this question, yes, I have followed earlier CIMA, which is the Chartered Institute of Management Accountancy. So in that, I have followed a subject called economics theory, and things like that. So in that subject, I have pretty much covered these topics what we have gone through in this business environment. But those days I didn't see much of a connection between the internal environment, external environment, as well as the supply and demand and things like that. So I didn't get much of a link between them. Now I can see the limit because I have experience on top of this one. That is why I can see more when we do these sessions. So I got more than what I got earlier. So that is one thing that I need to say, because when we see the market competitions and the demand and supply, and there are some economic policies, monetary policies, fiscal policies, GDP. So those are actually just names earlier, but now I know what it is and how it does, and how it connects to the business environment. In addition to the question asked in the assessment brief, I would like to ask this question from me: why analyze or reflect the business environment? So the why the reflection is though so important. So to answer this question, so I thought of giving my idea, like uh, identifying the opportunities of what the business has. And like for an example, those days the masks, they are very important, and the sanitizers, they are also a very good business opportunities. And transportation, delivery of supermarket goods and things like that. And also we can say find a useful resources. So that is also a very good reflective practice. Material, it could be equipment, maybe skilled people, specific skills, things like that. And the other thing is they cope with changes. And like for an example, the pandemic. So how do we cope with the change? If we have have reflect ourselves before, then we can do a better practices and better be prepared and in advance for face to the current pandemic. So that is kind of a thing, and the policy changes as well. And the other thing is to have the better future plan. So how we are going to go ahead with the current market phase. So things like that we can pre-plan in advance how we are going to do these ones in future. If this one happens, what we need to do, like better to have the plan B also. And ultimately, because of these ones, we can improve the performance of the business. That is why we need to reflect ourselves as well as the business itself. So overall, I can see there is a change in the business environment as well. So because the government policies has changed anyway right now, because this is not the policies that was in 1990s. Now it has changed already, and because of the pandemic, we never expected something like that. We never expected some recessions which happened earlier as well as now, like that. So they are actually the change in the business environment. So anyway, so because of that, the trade agreement that Australia has signed with the other 15 countries in 15th of November, and that is the regional comprehensive economic partnership. So that is the one thing also, and there are many more like that. Because of these everything, I think the market has changed and the environment has changed. So I think my knowledge is also now I can see more than what I saw earlier. To answer what are my professional goals, I would like to say that I want to become an entrepreneur and I'm ready for that. So the other one that I want to achieve is I want to get the master of the technology side. So this is the era of Industry 4.0. So the first, second, third industrial revolutions, they were long gone. So like steam engine in the first revolution, and the production lines with conveyors and the computers, that is history. So now we are in the industry 4.0 and I want to master that technology as well, since I'm already I have a MSc on electronics and automation, and I have done a lot of projects in automation. So I know most of the things that which are in the industry 4.0. Thirdly, to answer this question of how I relate what I learned to present and how for the future as well. So currently I'm working as an engineer as well as a project manager in the mask manufacturing facility. So I'm actually setting up a factory right now. So from the beginning, from the building itself, so it's a good experience for me to have, actually, since I'm doing the masters right now, so which is very much helpful for me to carry out work there. I'm actually having Project Libra, the Gantt chart, and the human resources, human resource loading, and everything. So I'm using my knowledge right now for my work. So that is now, and in future, I thought of I will definitely use this knowledge to set up my own factory. To answer this question, I think I like to learn about the supervisory control data acquisition systems, that is the SCADA systems, so which is part and parcel of Industry 4.0. So actually, if we consider Internet of Things, that is the product to product, they are communicating. Like for an example, when you drive in the roads, the car to car, they communicate each other, and they give information to the other car what's going to happen and everything. So there are many safety aspects coming in the future, so that kind of that. And products also, the products in a production line, they are communicating each other, and product is saying to the machine what it needs to be done. So the machine actually doing what product says. So this is the future. So that is why I want to know about these SCADA systems as well. Finally, to answer this question, I think the next thing is cooking. I want to learn cooking because my wife is going to Sri Lanka, so that I want to start cooking now. That's it. And I want to improve my English knowledge as well as public speaking ability as well. Thank you.